Hello, my name is Dwain Wilder. Thank you for this opportunity to comment. I am representing the Frank Free Genesee Library, of which I am the chief and only librarian and manager. I'm speaking tonight in opposition to the notion that there is a need and public necessity and convenience for this facility. I am taking notes from Powertrain's 2015, published by the New York ISO, which is the grid that drainage would be feeding into. From their executive summary, transformative technology, shifting economics, and aging infrastructure are all converging to create an array of challenges for today's electric circuit grid. Consumer demand for electricity has flattened, and the emergence of distributed energy resources behind the meter, so to speak, is changing historical patterns of consumption. A sizable portion of the existing generation and transmission resources is several decades old, and increasingly stringent environmental regulations are accelerating the retirement of older generating plants as compliance costs grow. A shift in the century-old model of centralized grid operation is coming, but its pace and scope remain to be seen. And we remain to be the people who decide what is to be seen by our decisions. Quoting from the key trends section of this document, year-to-year growth in the overall usage of electrical energy from the bulk electric system is forecast to be flat over the next decade. In contrast, the peak demand is expected to grow. However, energy efficiency programs and distributed energy resources, such as photovoltaics, wind, and other behind-the-meter systems in New York, are expected to reduce the growth of peak demand on the bulk power system by more than 2,700 megawatts. That's 2.7 gigawatts from projected levels by 2025. In my papers here, I have a chart that shows that from here out to 2025, if we pursue distributed power, that is wind, photovoltaics, etc., the projected peak is pretty much flat, whereas it almost doubles if we keep on with fossil fuel. New generation added since the start of New Year's wholesale electricity markets totals more than 11,600 megawatts, providing enough power to meet more than 1/4 of New York's power needs. And most of these new needs are downstate, Hudson Valley and so forth. In our particular region, power demand has decreased by 2.6% between 2013 and 2014, and further during 2015 so far. So this plant is planned to be a peaker plant, a plant that will supply energy during demand peaks. However, most of those demand peaks are coming not from this region, but from downstate. And so you have a scenario in which an out-of-date grid with tremendous transmission losses is being forced to take peak power from hundreds of miles away from where it is needed. And so a great deal of that peak power presented will be lost just getting it to market. So I propose that there is no convenience for no public convenience and no public necessity for this installation. Thank you.